Good afternoon, all of you all. Welcome to the afternoon session of Bio today. And of course, we had started with the chapter of cell unit of life, and we'll be going ahead with the same now. And we'll be talking in detail about something more interesting about the prokaryotic cell as well as the eukaryotic cell, right? So I hope खाना खा के बैठे हो और इतना भी नहीं खाया कि सो जाओगे और इतना कम भी नहीं खाया कि भूख के मारे ध्यान नहीं जाएगा. हाँ, I want all of you all to have very good attention, beta. And I hope you all have eaten something and you are sitting for the class, right? Yes, my dear. So let us go ahead and let us understand something more about the chapter, that is cell unit of life. Okay. You have got continuous 4 lectures. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's so sad. You know what? You know what? This is also my continuous lecture. 8 to 10, 10 to 12, 12 to 2, yours is 2 to 3:30, and again I've got 4 to 6. So चलता है ना? This is a part of our life now. We have to get used to all these things. Tired. I'm okay. When I see my kids enjoying and when I see my students, interacting with me, मेरा पूरा tiredness निकल जाता है. So when you interact with me, when you answer my questions, and we are so, you all are so, like involved in, these sessions, चलता है फिर कोई problem नहीं है. You all my energy. Okay, fine. Let's not just, go on chit chatting. बीच बीच में चलता रहता है, but as of now, let's go ahead with our session. है ना? Okay. So last class I had explained you all about the ribosomes, है ना? And I had told you what is S, that stands for what, and all those things, right? So is there any confusion with the ribosomes? Anyone having any difficulty with the ribosomes? That is 70S type. I'll give you a recap. Very quick one, right? Especially, yeah, I would. Definitely. I'm going to revise as usual. है ना? We already generally have this practice of going back a bit, and I know we have not done this, my dear. This is what we have to start with. So in the last class we completed ribosomes ना, इसलिए मैंने ये वाला slide निकाल के रखा था. Anyways, so let's see about whatever we had done in the last class, है ना? Yeah. So we had talked about the glycocalyx, loose slime layer. If it is going to be loose, it's going to be capsule. If it's going to be tight, right? Then we saw cell wall. Cell wall we saw was made up of peptidoglycan. I had told you what is peptido, that is amino acids, and glycan will be the sugar moiety. है ना? Of the bacteria we're talking about. We are talking about the prokaryotes, right? Yes. Then plasma membrane, as I said, it's going to be, having folds, which are going to be called as the mesosomes, which are going to be exclusively present in prokaryotes again. And we also saw that the plasma membrane is going to be semi-permeable. I had talked about the 4 permeabilities: freely permeable, impermeable, semi-permeable, selectively permeable, right? So we had talked about them as well. And then we saw that this plasma membrane or the mesosome is having 2 basic functions. The first function was in cell division of the bacterial cell, and the second function was to store the enzymes for respiration, correct? So that is what we saw in plasma membrane, and we saw a word called as chromatophore, especially in cyanobacteria. So cyanobacteria are like bacteria, but they are blue-green in color. So many a times people call them as blue-green algae, correct? It's called as blue-green algae, right? So that was your chromato. Chromato means color. Then yeah. Yes. But that fluid mosaic model na beta is going to be for eukaryotic plasma membrane. It's not applicable for prokaryotic plasma membrane. है ना? Yeah, we are going to do that also. We are going to do that also. Well, then we saw something called as the appendages, which are going to be present. And in appendages, we saw flagella, cilia, and fimbriae, right? And I told you that the flagella is going to be made up of filament, hook, and the basal body. What is the basal body is something that we'll be talking about in the coming, lectures. Then I told you about the cilia, that they are numerous and they're going to be present all over the body surface, and they are going to be helpful in forming the conjugation bridge. And explain that how that conjugation bridge is going to be formed, and how the, plasmids, or I'll talk about the plasmids today, how are they going to be transported. So there is something that is going to cause what, beta? There is something that is going to cause the cilia formation, right? What is that something? We'll be seeing it today. Okay. And fimbria, I told you, are finger like, they hold the substratum tightly. I told you, कभी कभी हाथ अंदर डाल के खुजली करने का मन करता है ना, वैसा वाला condition. That is going to be because of the fimbria of the bacteria, which holds our tissues tightly. Correct? So that was about the appendages. Huh. Can only bacteria have plasmids? Can it be? Yeah, only bacteria, beta. It is only bacteria. It's only the prokaryotes. Okay. Modified, yes, we can modify them. And then lastly, we talked about the ribosomes. So I told that there is 70S type of ribosome present in prokaryotic cell, and it's going to be made up of two subunits. The smaller subunit would be 30S. The larger subunit would be 50S. I told you that they share a common part together, which is overlapping. Therefore, that 10S goes over there. And so 50 plus 30 technically should give us 80, but it is becoming 70. Yes, very good, Soham. You're perfectly right. The two are going to be held together. The two subunits are going to be held together with the help of Mg plus 2 ions. Okay. Yes. So this is what we had talked about. Then I told you that ribosome isn't an organelle because it's not going to be surrounded by the plasma membrane. It does not have plasma membrane. Then what is it made up of? What is it made up of? So it is going to be made up of ribosomal RNA and proteins. And we saw in detail which are the ribosomal RNAs and which are the proteins which make up the 70S type of ribosome. Correct? Similarly, we also saw 80S type for comparison. For comparison. Yes. Yes, Swan. Yes, beta. Yes. Krishna, you're right, my dear. rRNA and protein, you're perfectly right, beta. बिल्कुल सही answer है ना? So for comparative study, I also told you all about the 80S ribosome, which is made up of 60S and 40S. Last 2 points, I'll come to that. Don't worry. Okay. We will send this one also. Yes, Chinmay, I'll send this one also. Just let me complete it, na, so that it will be easy for you all to revise it. Sure, I'll send. I'm going to send all the PPTs. Whatever chapters I'm going to teach you now, whenever I'll teach you now, I'll send you all the PPTs. You don't have to worry about it. Everything I'll be sharing with you all. Okay? Yes, of course. Huh. So in 80S step, what did I tell? It is 60 plus 40. Now again, they're going to share a larger portion, right? 20 ka. Therefore, together we call it as what? 80S ribosome. It is also going to be made up of rRNA and proteins. And I have given you the specifications also. 5S rRNA, 5.8S rRNA, 16S rRNA, 18S rRNA, 28S rRNA. We have seen into how it was distributed, right? How to remember that? I'll make diagrams and I will give it to you now. Then it will be easy for you all to remember them. Okay, fine. When I'll go ahead with eukaryotic ribosomes, that time I will revise this content one more time for all of you. Okay? Then S stands for what, beta? S stands for sedimentation coefficient, which is expressed as Swedsberg's constant. Correct? That is what we studied till the last class. Okay. Now someone told me they have got doubt with the last 2 points. Let us see. See, several ribosomes may attach to a single mRNA to form a chain called as polysome or polyribosome. Now what will happen? Just imagine. Okay. Let us see. I told you at the end, do you remember that चोर पुलिस का गेम हमने खेला था उस दिन? मैंने आपको बताया था mRNA चोर है, वो सारा इंफॉर्मेशन डीएनए से चुरा के लाता है ना? Yes, exactly. Now in the same way, beta, this is the mRNA. For example, you can see this wire, right? Yes. अब ये wire, if you consider this as mRNA, It will be caught by whom? कौन आके पकड़ेगा इसको? राइबोसोम्स आके पकड़ेंगे ना इसको. स्मॉलर सब यूनिट एंड लार्जर सब यूनिट आकर इसको ऐसे पकड़ लेते हैं. तो जब जब एक पुलिस और एक हवालदार, ऐसी जोड़ी समझ लो आप. Okay, you can take it like that way. One inspector and one havaldar. They both have caught this mRNA, right? But instead of only one, sometimes there would be 10 inspectors and 10 havaldars holding the same mRNA at different distances. So chote chote ye agar mRNA, I don't have anyone over here, so told him to hold this wire. So suppose this is someone over here. One inspector, one police over, one inspector, one havaldar here. One inspector, one havaldar here. Third year, fourth year, fifth year. So if there are 5 or like more than one inspector and havaldar ki jodi on the same mRNA, it will be called as polyribosome or polysome. Okay? Okay? You cannot see me, I can't help you. Oh God. Okay, so I'll stop the share and I'll show you. Okay, okay, fine. Some of the students are saying they can't see me and this has to be explained with the help of. Okay. So here, beta, those who were not able to see me, this is for you all. So this is going to be the mRNA ka, molecule. That I was saying was, if this is going to be held by one inspector and one havaldar at this point, there could be another inspector and another havaldar at this point, third one at this point, fourth one at this point, fifth one at this point. The distance is not going to be uniform. It could be at any point. Okay, but if there is more than one inspector and more than one havaldar present on this mRNA, then it will be called as polyribosome or polysome. Got it now? What is polyribosome? Poly means many, beta. Okay, poly means many. Many ribosomes on the same mRNA molecule. Polyribosome. Polyribosome ये option बहुत कम बार आया है. They predominantly ask you polysomes because polyribosomes anyone will answer the question. But polysomes थोड़ा सोचना पड़ता है. What is this polysome? Right? Got it? Yes. So I hope now you understood that, na? Number could be any. The number could be any. It's not fixed. It's not fixed. Okay. What is rRNA? rRNA is ribosomal RNA and mRNA is messenger RNA. I'll talk about them also, like after some time. I mean, not today. इतना time नहीं होता है. जितना होता है उतना आगे जाने की कोशिश करेंगे. हाँ. Polysomes and polyribosomes is the same thing. Yes, my dear. They are synonyms. Sometimes some books refer to as polysomes. Some books refer to as polyribosomes. In your exams, they ask you any terms. Okay, the same. That will be a part of your 12th standard syllabus, Pushkar. It's going to be, like how this exactly is going to go on with the movement that is going to take place and all. It's a very beautiful process, which is going to be called as translation. So it's a part of your molecular genetics, which is going to be a 12th standard syllabus. So वो भी पढ़ाऊंगी, मस्त है वो भी. Even I love genetics. I love bio only, no doubt about that. Let it be zoology, let it be botany, let it be genetics. But I had done, I was a part of the Human Genome Project, which was one of the most, what we say, a hallmark in the history of genetics. So that is one more reason that I love genetics. Anyways, so when genetics comes, definitely we'll be going ahead with that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, here now. Okay. The ribosomes of polysomes translates the RNA into protein. So the ribosomes, whatever number of ribosomes are sitting together, they will make proteins from this mRNA ka information. How they make proteins? Process in 12th standard. Okay. Hannah, thank you so much, my dear. Okay, fine. So now let's go ahead with inclusion bodies. Huh? Okay, well. Now what are these inclusion bodies? See, reserved material in prokaryotic cells is stored in the cytoplasm in the form of inclusion bodies. So what are inclusion bodies, beta? Stored material. Whatever stored material in us, in human cell, what is the stored material? Does anyone know? stored material क्या होता है हमारे बॉडी में? Not glucose, no water, no, not fatty acids, no, 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 no. Someone said, who's this? Yes, Zui. Zui, you're right, my dear. You're perfectly right. One answer. Till now, one answer is correct. As stored. Okay, I'll give it to you. It's nothing, but it's going to be your glycogen. Okay, glycogen is the stored material. Excess of, uh, glucose or whatever will be stored in the form of glycogen. So we'll be doing that. We'll be doing that आगे जाके. In the same way, plants में what is the stored material, my dear? Plant का stored material क्या होता है? Very good, very good. So your boom and Jui, Dhruv, with not chloroplast, beta. No sucrose. Kanaka is right. Dhruv is right. Darshmita is right. Kia is right. Perfect. Siddhika. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. So majority of you all are right. It's going to be what? Glucose converted to starch. है ना? It is glucose will be utilized, and if it is in excess, it has to be stored. So it will be stored in the form of what? Starch. Right? So excess food will be stored in the form of starch. In the same way, in prokaryotic cells, whatever is going to be in excess will be stored as inclusion bodies. Okay. Now these inclusion bodies are also not going to be surrounded by any membrane system. They lie free in the cytoplasm in the form of granules. Okay. So the reserve food material or the reserved material, not necessarily only food, huh? It could be anything. Here I'm talking about food for animal cell and plant cell, but in bacteria, it need not be food alone. There are many different types of reserve materials which are going to be stored in the form of granules. So what are those? See, phosphate granules, cyanophycean granules, glycogen granules. We have got something called as volutine granules. Volutine granules are phosphate granules only. Sulfur granules. So it could be anything. Whatever is going to be in excess now, it will be stored as inclusion bodies in the form of what? In the form of granules. Now, many a times the option comes as crystals. Okay, and many of the students mark this as crystals. It's not in the form of crystals, my dears. It's in the form of granules. Okay, got it? Gas vacuoles are found in blue-green algae and purple and green photosynthetic algae as inclusion bodies. So see, my dears, if you see, the inclusion bodies can be broadly classified into three parts. One will be what? Your food. So glycogen granules is storage of food. Correct? Phosphate granules, cyanophycean granules will be coming under which category? In organic material ka category, right? And the third type of inclusion bodies will include your vacuoles, gas vacuoles. Okay, so these gas vacuoles help in maintaining buoyancy. You know what is buoyancy, na? Floating. So these purple sulfur bacteria, green sulfur bacteria, cyanobacteria, they are predominantly found in water bodies. So they should not sink at the bottom, right? They should be floating. So to maintain their buoyancy, to keep them floating, they have got these gas vessels. Got it? So you understood that inclusion bodies will be of three types: food ka storage, inorganic substances ka storage, or vacuoles ka storage. Okay, got it? Huh. What's inclusion bodies? That only whatever is going to be excess and included in the cytoplasm is going to be your inclusion body. Stored, stored, as stored. Okay. So, cyanophycean granules are for color. They impart that blue-green color. They are pigments, blue-green color. That is going to be a biochemical method. For conversion of these into these granules is going to be a biochemical method. It's a very beautiful stepwise method that how they are going to be converted using energy, of course. Okay. Sulfur granules are called as sulfur granules only, बट फॉस्फेट ग्रैन्यूल्स का दूसरा नाम है वॉल्यूटीन, VOLUTIN, वॉल्यूटीन ग्रैन्यूल्स, another name of phosphate granules. So some books call it as volutine. So in your exams, if they ask you volutine, इधर उधर देखते मत बैठो, inclusion body है ना? हाँ, excretory metals to present the inclusion bodies? No, no. They'll be immediately, removed. They cannot be stored. Okay? Yeah. So any problem with the inclusion bodies wala thing, beta? Anyone having any difficulty with this? We'll go ahead. Okay, fine. So now we come finally to the eukaryotic cells. So that's all with your prokaryotic cells. So as a recap, what did we see in prokaryotic cells till now? We saw how the cell wall is. We saw the glycocalyx, the plasma membrane, the mesosomes, right? Cytoplasm, correct? Then we saw the inclusion bodies. Then we saw something called as the reserve food materials. क्या क्या होते हैं, कौन से टाइप के होते हैं, है ना? And we also saw something with respect to the appendages, that is flagella, cilia, है ना? And fimbriae, correct? So in short, we have just gone ahead with understanding of the prokaryotic cell, okay? But the prokaryotic bacteria, as we call it, right? Prokaryotic bacteria, as we say, it's a very vast group, which we need to do it in detail in the chapter of biological classification. No, my dear, villi and cilia are different, okay? So that villi is different and cilia is different, okay? So cilia, this villi is going to be the one which we saw, the conjugation bridge wala, है ना? And cilia are hair-like things which are going to be just helping in, what do we say, throwing the water back and moving forward, just like oars. You know oars? You have sat in a boat. What do? You row the boats, na? So when you row the oars like this way, na, it's like you're pushing the water behind and you're sliding ahead. Like that. Okay? Yeah. Basically, cyanophacians performs the role of chloroplast. Yeah, yes, so on. You're right. It is going to be the same green color pigment which is going to be present in our plant world. Perfectly right. Perfectly right. Very good. Arey, that's what. See, these not only physics. I'll be teaching physics, chemistry. When you will come across chapters like photosynthesis and respiration, you will feel ये बायो का लेक्चर चल रहा है कि केमिस्ट्री का लेक्चर चल रहा है, ऐसा वाला फील आएगा. फोटोसिंथेसिस पढ़ाऊंगी ना तो क्वांटम लाइट फिजिक्स पूरा पढ़ाऊंगी, तो वहां पर आपको लगेगा कि यार मिस क्या पढ़ा रही है, फिजिक्स पढ़ा रही है कि बायो पढ़ा रही है. इट्स साइंस. All are entangled among themselves. All, like all four, I would say. Maths also included. I'll not omit that. Okay. Yes, Sanika, you're right, my dear. Yes, exactly, Shreya, exactly. So it's going to be a entanglement of all these four. मजा आता है, लेकिन ऐसे ही मजा आता है पढ़ने के लिए. तो वो भी आएगा. धीरे धीरे उधर भी हमें जाना ही है ना? So that's all with your prokaryotic cells, my dear. And finally, we come to the eukaryotic cells. So shall we move on to the eukaryotic one? U का मतलब होता है true. What do you mean by the word EU? True. And carry on means nucleus. So these cells are those which will possess true nucleus. Okay? इसलिए the word is called as what? Eukaryotic. Okay? Yeah. The eukaryotes will include protist, plant, animal, and fungi. Now, beta, of course, this again is going to be a part of your biological classification, but still, I'll just quickly tell you all what is protist, what are plants, so you know now. What are animals, also you know now. What is fungi? Arey, Joe, no, it's okay, but still I'll tell you. See, protist. See, what happened was, beta, in the earlier times when the microscopy was not very well advanced, okay, the technology was not that advanced that they could come to certain conclusions as we can today because of the technological advances. So that time there were no technological advances to this extent. Fine. So that time there was a system of classification which was purely based on the morphological characteristics. Morphological means जो आंखों से दिखता है उस पर बिलीव करना, उसके अंदर क्या है क्या नहीं है कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, जो दिखता है वही सही है, ऐसे क्लासिफिकेशन वो टाइम पे किए गए थे. So we have, you know, 3 different types of classification patterns. I'll tell you all of them and I'll teach you that particular part in the different chapters. But as of now, yeah, they are deceptive actually. So based on that, what had happened? Only 2 classes were made based on the morphological evidences. Only 2 classes were made. One was green colored and other was non-green colored. The green colored ones, they named it as kingdom Plantae or plant kingdom, and the non-green ones, they placed it together as what? Kingdom Animalia या animal kingdom. Okay, so starting में ना सिर्फ 2 kingdoms ही prevalent थे, plant kingdom and animal kingdom. No other kingdoms were known. Eventually, as the technology advanced and there were new scientists that were coming up, one of them, he thought that how can someone keep multicellular and unicellular organisms together? And other one felt, how can someone place prokaryotes and eukaryotes in the same group? अब ये दो साइंटिस्ट सही भी थे, समझ में आ गई बात. So one was arguing that how can prokaryotes and eukaryotes kept in the same group? एक को तो न्यूक्लियस है ही नहीं, एक को वेल डिफाइंड न्यूक्लियस है, एक के पास एंडोप्लाज्मिक रेटिकुलम नहीं है, दूसरे का पास है, इसके पास गोल्गी बॉडीज नहीं है, इसके पास है, इसके पास न्यूक्लियर मेम्ब्रेन नहीं है, इसके पास है. तो जब इतना वेरिएशन है, हाउ कैन वी प्लेस बोथ ऑफ देम टुगेदर? करेक्ट. So he was right with his argument. Therefore what happened, उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने है ना, ये भाई साहब ने, ये जो भाई साहब है, उन्होंने क्या किया, उन्होंने प्लांट किंगडम में से भी और एनिमल किंगडम में से भी जो जो यूकैरियोटिक जो प्रोकैरियोटिक थे ना, उनको अलग निकाला, उनको अलग से निकाल के बाजू में रखा. ठीक है, गॉट इट. So now the prokaryotes got separated, right? Then the second person, what was he arguing? How can you keep what? Unicellulars and multicellulars together. So what he did, he took out all the unicellular eukaryotic organisms from plants and all the unicellular eukaryotic organisms from the animals. Okay, and he made a new group. So this group, which contained all eukaryotic unicellular organisms, was called as Protista. What was it called as? Protista. So what is protist, beta? Who is the protist? Protist is that particular organism which is eukaryotic and unicellular, made up of a single cell. That is going to be called as a protist. Okay. The other group, what it was? It was only unicellular prokaryotes. It was called as Monera. Got it? So Monera came in prokaryotic cell. Protista came in eukaryotic cell. ठीक है, तो ये मोनेरा, प्रोटिस्टा, 2 किंगडम्स के बारे में समझ में आ गया आपको बेटा? Did you understand what is protista now? Now see the fun. Protista is having plant-like animals, plant-like organisms also, and animal-like organisms also, because it is what? Unicellular eukaryotic, from plants also, from animals also. So it's a mixture of plants and animals, but what is the common thing? Eukaryotic, unicellular. ठीक है, ठीक है, इधर तक कहानी समझी? Now, what were the 4 different groups that were formed by now? Monera, prokaryotic unicellular, protista, eukaryotic unicellular, plant, multicellular, animal, multicellular. ठीक है, plant and animal में what was the difference? They argued on chloroplast and cell wall. Plant cells have cell wall, animal cells do not have cell wall. On that basis, they segregated them. Now there came up one more scientist. Okay, there came up one more scientist. He said, भाई तुमने प्लांट में जिसको डाला है उसको सेल वॉल है इसलिए आपने उसको प्लांट में डाला. But there are certain plants which are not showing photosynthesis. If they are not showing photosynthesis, how can we keep them in plants? Hi Anna, can we place something which is non-green in plants? So he removed those achlorophylus. Achlorophylus means what, my dears? Non-green organisms. Chlorophyll की वजह से green है. So achlorophylus means absence of chlorophyll molecule. So he removed those अलग से and he placed them under a new kingdom called as kingdom fungi. Okay. Some plants are red yellow. That is because of the pigments that are going to be present, but they do have chlorophyll A. Without chlorophyll A, it's not going to be possible to make red color also, yellow color also, brown color also. So chlorophyll A, जिसमें है, they were all coming under plants. Okay, yeah. What's your question, Beta? There are multicellular. No. They won't have multicellular condition at all. They may form colonies. They stick to each other. These prokaryotic cells, they stick to each other and form colonies. Okay, but they are not going to be multicellular. Okay. Yes, I'm sure, right. With xanthophyll, carotenes, yes. Color is going to be imparted accordingly, right? Very nice, very correct. Yes. So all human, yes, every human cell is going to be eukaryotic. We all are eukaryotic. Okay. So in short, fungi are achlorophylous organisms which are not capable of photosynthesis also, and they do not have any organs also. They do not have any organ systems. Nothing is there with them. How are they going to fulfill their requirement of food? I'll tell you that also in the chapter of biological classification. Okay, but what is one thing that we have to understand, beta? No. Our all cells are eukaryotes. All cells, every cell. Okay, there is no prokaryotic cell in us. Okay, I keep you all wondering. अरे suspense maintain कराना पड़ता है तो ही मजा आता है आगे का पढ़ने के लिए, है ना? Being dependent on algae. Yes, Vaishnavi, you're right. Bacha, RBCs, when they get mature, their nucleus is going to get, destroyed. Initially, we do have young RBCs do have nucleus. Okay, and they do have the other cell organelles also present in them. हाँ, ये पूरा अपना चैप्टर जो है ना एक सीरियल के जैसे ही जाने वाला है आपको एक के बाद एक और एक दूसरे से कनेक्टेड वाला सीनरी में लेती हूँ. I don't take any haphazard chapters which are not connected to each other. एकदम से कुछ भी नया बोल दो फिर मजा नहीं आता है. If you get that connection perfectly ना, then you will understand the concepts also very perfectly. So that's the beauty. Yeah. So virus has no. Virus is not considered as a cell because it's going to be non-living outside the host, and it is going to have only it will be working on the machinery of the host when it is going to be inside. So it is neither living nor non-living actually. Okay, so we call them as virus particles. We don't call them as virus organisms. They are particles. देखो लेकिन ये पार्टिकल ने नाक में दम करके रखा है सबके, है ना? सीरियसली independent, yeah, they are not capable of independent existence. That is what they say na, break the chain. What is that break the chain? Don't allow them to enter any living cell only. That is what we can how we can break the chain. But God knows when it is going to get over. Even we don't know. Just waiting for it to get over soon. Yeah. Viruses are not counted as any kingdoms also because they are always going to cause some or the other type of harm. वो सिर्फ हार्मफुल ही है, यूजफुल है ही नहीं. इसलिए उनको हमें कोई उनको है ना डेजिग्नेशन हम लोग दे नहीं सकते उसको किंगडम वायरस एंड ऑल है. दे ऑलवेज हार्मफुल. They cannot locomote, beta. They want to use the medium for locomotion, for moving from this area to that area. They use some medium like air, wind, water, or direct contact, something like that. Classification of viruses, not given. There is no classification of virus. It's only based on three things: RNA virus, DNA virus. What nucleic acid will be present in that virus, accordingly we have to classify them. And three things will be: animal virus, plant virus, bacterial virus. This is the way we classify viruses. Otherwise, there is nothing called as, typical viral, but there is a stream called as virology. Yeah? The students who are interested in going ahead with research in viruses, you can go ahead with virology as a career option. It's very upcoming because of this corona, so now it has become all the more upcoming, right? Yeah. So that is what is virology. Okay. Yes. अब सब डर गए. अरे नहीं नहीं, वायरोलॉजी लेंगे तो और भी बहुत सारी चीजें पता चलेगी. लाइक पीपल हु आर वर्किंग ऑन HIV virus and all, they are working for such a long period, and even there is an argument by certain scientists that cancer can also be caused by viruses. That is also is coming up now. There is a lot of you know things to study for virus actually. Three types of virus: animal virus, plant virus, and bacterial virus. Then you have got different also, like Sinophysian virus, this virus, that virus, many are there. No, 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 no. If we in can't we get we use virus? We can. In genetic engineering, we do use virus. And how we use virus very efficiently, na? Human beings, Ray. Human beings are superior to everyone, is what we were thinking of till today. कि कोरोना आने के बाद सबको समझा कि नहीं भाई, हम लोग की ग्रेट नहीं है ना. But yeah, we are smart enough. We have already using that virus for our own purposes also. That will be taught to you in the chapter of biotech. Biotechnology के दो chapters है. In that I'll be teaching you that how virus is going to be employed for our benefit. चमकदार virus. Yes, yes. Okay, fine. So I was just trying to tell you all what is protist. So I hope you all have understood what is protist. Eukaryotic unicellular cells would be of protist. Okay? Plants, animals, and fungi also I told you that they are achlorophylous, non-green color. They are only made of tissues. Okay? See. Now the eukaryotic cells, in these particular, specifically in these eukaryotic cells, there is an extensive compartmentalization of cytoplasm through the presence of membrane-bound organelles. So as I said in the first lecture only, an open hall and a hall with a wall, right? So now the walls are going to be built up by whom? The plasma membrane, and therefore this hall will now get separated into small areas or segments. Fine. So these wall के वजह से जो structures बने हैं, we will call them as cell organelles. What we call them as cell organelle. Okay? Yeah. In addition, eukaryotic cells have a variety of complex locomotory and cytoskeletal structures. I have not come to that. Have I come to endonuclear? No, I have not come across that word. Once I come, I'll tell you. Okay? Yeah. So here I'm talking about what? In addition, eukaryotic cells have a very complex locomotory and cytoskeletal structures. Locomotory to samajh mein aa gaya word. To locomote means to move from one position to another position. So we have got locomotory structures and cytoskeletal structures. Now what is this cytoskeletal? Okay. Suppose you take a cell. Okay. Suppose you take a cell. The cell will have a peculiar shape. For example, what is the shape of our RBCs? Human RBC का shape कैसा होता है बेटा? How is it? Very good, very good. Yes, excellent. All of you all have given the right answer. Yes, yes, but yes, Siddhika, very correct. It's biconcave circular, right? Now to maintain that shape, to maintain that particular shape, don't you think internally there has to be some skeleton? Just like our body shape is maintained because of the skeleton. So muscles and bones basically, our bones are the ones which is going to make up our skeleton, correct? In the same way, so that, we are maintained, we don't collapse, right? Our body parts do not collapse because they're going to be maintained because of the skeleton. In the same way, to maintain this biconcave and circular orientation, don't you think it needs some type of support internally, a skeleton type of a support? But you cannot have bones inside the cells now. Then what it would be? It would be your fibers. So we have got microfibers, microfilaments, intermediate filaments. I'll talk about all these things eventually. Now these fibers will be oriented in a peculiar way which will maintain the shape of that cell. Okay, and this particular arrangement internally of every cell is called as cytoskeleton. So cyto means cell, skeleton, cyto का skeleton, cell का skeleton, bones का नहीं है. इसका skeleton किससे बनता है? Fibers and filaments से बनता है. कौन से fibers, कौन से filaments आगे देखने ही है, यही chapter में. Got it? So they are saying that in addition, the eukaryotic cells are going to have complex locomotory structures and cytoskeletal structures as well. So you understood the meaning of that word, cytoskeletal structures, bacha? All of you? Yes? Yeah. These are the things that we have to understand. If you understand every word that you are reading now, then your entire bio is completely understood. If you miss one of the words and you don't know the meaning of any of the words now, then it will be very difficult for you all to understand the entire concept. Okay, and 90% of the times now bio ke words are split into two to understand, like peptidoglycan, cytoskeleton, like that way. So when you break the words into two now, you will easily come to know the meaning of it. Anyways, yeah, their genetic material is organized into chromosomes. Yes, take our own example. We are multicellular. Every cell is going to have a nucleus, except few which are there in us, of course. But majority cells are going to have nucleus. And wherever nucleus will be present, inside the nucleus there would be chromosomes. Right now? Got it? Yeah, what happened with our fourth point again? We have got complex locomotory structures is to move from one place to another place. So the eukaryotic cells have got complex structures for movement, and similarly they have got cytoskeletal structures, means the cell के अंदर का framework maintain करने के लिए there is going to be this microfilaments, microfibers, intermediary fibers, everything together. Okay, they will hold that particular shape of that cell. Got it? Vacuole means open space. Okay, open space. How does RBC reproduce if they don't have nucleus? They won't reproduce. They'll be, thrown out of our body once their life is over. And new RBCs will be produced from the bone marrow of our bones. Okay, so new RBC would be the young RBCs. Young RBCs do have nucleus. As they mature RBCs would lose their nucleus. And so these RBCs which have matured and of no use eventually would be removed from our system. Right? Okay. No. So that is the reason that they cannot divide. They don't have a nucleus. How can they divide? Without a nucleus, it's not possible for them to divide. They do not have nucleus. Okay. Yeah, inside the bone. Yes. The cavity of the shaft, as we say, na, the long bone ka jo shaft hota hai na, internal hollow. From there is going to be the RBC formation. Yeah, it could be through, how it is going to be eliminated, I'll be talking about in the chapter of circulation. Yeah, do we have process of cell formation? Not in this 11th and 12th, beta. Yeah, the steps would be known to you all. I'll be discussing you all with the steps of it. But actual one is your first year MBBS. First year MBBS is going to have this. Okay. Yeah. So you got the fourth point. Who was asking me? Someone asked me the fourth point. I hope you got it, beta. Hai? Yeah. The fifth one, as I was saying, it's going to be the chromosomes which are going to be placed inside the nucleus. Right? That is going to be our genetic material, DNA. Plant, so a dead person's bone can, no, it cannot. Okay, because the supply of the nutrients is going to stop. Okay. Plant and animal cells are different as the plant cells possesses cell wall, plastids, a large vacuole, okay, which are absent in animal cells. Now these are large open spaces, okay, these are large open spaces. They can be filled with anything. It can be filled with gas, it would be called as a gas vacuole. If it is filled with sap, it will be called as a sap vacuole. Okay, so open space is going to be called as a vacuole. It can be filled with anything. Okay, yeah. What is your doubt? What are plastids? Chloroplast. Heard about chloroplast? Likewise, we have got chromoplast, leucoplast. I'll talk about that also individually. I'll tell you what are plastids, right? Yes. So the plant cells have got plastids. हाँ, we do not have. नहीं तो क्या होता था? ऐसे खड़े हो जाओ धूप में, चलो फोटोसिंथेसिस चालू हो गया, अपने आप खाना बन चुका है ना? टेंशन ही नहीं। खाने में क्या बनाया है? करेले का सब्जी। ओ नो, आई डोंट वांट दैट। ऐसा नहीं होता था ना फिर। थैंक गॉड ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई, नहीं तो इतना अच्छा रिलिशिंग फूड कैसे खाने को मिलता था हमें, राइट? या व्हाट इज योर डाउट बेटा? It is removed and put in a living person if it is supplied with nutrients and if it is supplied with all the blood vessels only then, which is uh, as of now, no one has performed such a thing. Okay, and no one will ever work ना धूप में खड़े हो जाओ। क्या धूप में इतना थोड़ा सा भी अभी गर्मी बढ़ गया है तो इट इज इम्पॉसिबल टू सस्टेन एंड सर्वाइव। पूरा पसीना पसीना हो जाते हैं हम लोग, है ना? Well, so these are absent in your animal cells, right? Yeah, it has happened. It has happened, but not 100% successful. Okay. Well, last point, देखो बेटा. On the other hand, animal cells have centrioles, which are absent in almost all plant cells. They are saying almost all. They are not saying all. Huh? There's a difference between almost and all. Almost means majority, and all means every. So this was the sentence that they used in the year 2006 and 2011 or 12, I don't remember, that animal cells have centrioles while no plant cell has it. So it's going to be an incorrect statement. ऐसा नहीं है no. Majority, most plant cells do not have it. Okay. Yeah. The exceptions are going to be your bryophytes and algae, which are lower plants, which may show the presence of centrioles, which may. Okay. Not always and not all species. ठीक है, लोअर वाले कभी कभी दिखाते हैं. फाइन. Extract energy directly, not for your direct use na. You have to eat food, without which it is not possible, right? Some source of energy should enter in our body as biomolecules. Okay. That what is that? मैन वर्सेस वाइल्ड वाला अगर तुम लोग सीरीज देखते हो तो तुम समझ गए कि व्हाट आई एम ट्राइंग टू टेल यू, राइट? दैट पर्सन इज तो यूज्ड टू, अभी नहीं होता है. एनीवे, so this is all about the general things that we have to see about the eukaryotic cells. Okay, see there is a direct comparison of the eukaryotic cells के दो types. One is plant cell, one is animal cell. If you look at the diagram, see this is a animal cell का ना बेटा, it's a 3D diagram. It's not necessary to draw a 3D diagram in your exams. You can draw a normal 2D diagram. It should be in proportion. My dears, practice drawing the diagrams in 11th, 12th itself. Huh? Matlab, though they are not required for your need, they are required for your board exams. In your board exams, the first, instructions में वहाँ पर लिखा रहेगा, draw diagrams wherever necessary. So you have to have the habit of drawing the diagrams. And even when you go ahead with the higher studies in the stream of science, you take any particular specialization, still you will have to draw diagrams in your journals. You have to maintain your journals and you have to have a practice of drawing the diagrams. So kindly refer your textbooks for the diagrams. Only your textual diagrams will be accepted by your boards. Which textual? Government textbook. ठीक है ना? तो diagrams draw करने की practice रखिएगा बेटा. Yes. So in the plant cells, you can see the first thing is chloroplast. which is seen over here as the cell organelle, which is not present in plant cells, right? And here you can see that this green color ka extra layer, that is going to be the cell wall. It's going to have a nucleus, endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, ribosome, cytoplasm, Golgi complex, vacuole, which is filled with sap. Therefore, it's going to be a sap vacuole, lysosome. What are all these? Each and everything will be do it in detail. Okay. That was the primitive time. No, but still, beta, not they could not even survive exclusively on that. Okay. When I talk about the chapter of evolution, which is there in your 12th standard syllabus, you will enjoy that as a kahani. वो एक movie के जैसी कहानी है वो. How the world has evolved and how the celestial sources became the source of life. So that time, you will get the answer to this, that how they were surviving and how they eventually stopped and it became vestigial and how it got continued. है ना? Yes, 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 my dear, you do have journals for 11th and 12th. Of course, of course. Nuclear pores, I'll tell you. Look at the animal cell now, my dears. Here you can see a centrosome. Here, this is the centrosome, right? Yes, you are right, Pushka, you are right. Your question and your answer, your both is right. So centrosome is going to be your, basic structure of the centrioles ka formation. Okay. So two centrioles together will be called as the centrosome, which is absent in plants. Okay. Then you have got, centriole, then lysosome, ribosome. Cilium is singular, cilia is plural. Okay. Cell membrane, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, nuclear pore, nucleus, nucleoplasm, nuclear envelope. Together, it's going to be your nucleus. Rough endoplasmic reticulum, mitochondria, cytoplasm, secretory vesicles. What are these secretory vesicles? The vesicles which are going to be secreted from the Golgi complexes are called as secretory vesicles. What are they? What it would contain? बताऊंगी. This is your Golgi. These are your peroxisomes. So these are the basic things that are going to be present in almost all living animal cells. Okay, got it? So we have to do all these things in detail. Each and every organelle we have to understand in detail. See, as I said, now once you understand these basic concepts, now whatever chapter we go ahead with, whatever chapter, it would be like a very simple things to understand them, because you know the base of it. The base of your entire bio is predominantly these 2-3 chapters which I have like I'm going to go ahead with. One to be completed living world. This is the second one. So if you understand this now, then the next chapters would be very, very easy for you all to go through. Okay, so let's see the next one. That is cell wall. Now, my dears, we are talking about the cell wall of eukaryotic cells. Means we are talking about whom? The plant cells. Okay, we are not talking about the bacterial cells, but we're talking about the plant cells. But to give a difference between the two, a small introduction of bacterial cells also had been made over here. So see this. Each plant cell is surrounded by a rigid and dead cell wall. This is the most important word over here, dead. The cell wall is dead. Okay. It is secretory substances of the protoplasm which protects the cell. So what it exactly it is? It is made up of the secretions of the cell ke protoplasm. Cell only is going to secrete something. Cell only is going to make something that is ultimately going to come and form the cell wall. Okay. So cell wall is made up of the cell itself. ठीक है? समझा? Generally, it is made up of cellulose. However, cell wall of fungi is made up of fungal cellulose, what is called as chitin. Some people use the word chitin. Whatever you feel comfortable with, chitin or chitin. Where is it present otherwise? Apart from fungi, where is this chitin going to be found? Do you know? किस में होता है ये chitin? Very nice. Yes, yes. Soham, Dhruv, you all are right, beta. It's going to be a very good Siddhika. Yes, it's going to be the exoskeleton of certain insects. Cockroach, कॉकरोच उसके एक्सोस्केलेटन में, एक्सो मीन्स एक्सटर्नल स्केलेटन होता है उसका, इट इज मेड ऑफ दिस काइटिन। कभी कॉकरोच को हाथ में पकड़ा है? हाँ, आर्थ्रोपोड्स, या ऑफ कोर्स इंसेक्ट्स कम, दिस अपना cockroach come up there only. Chitinous exoskeleton. Very good, Sneha. Very good. Yes. अरे, you have never held the cockroach in your hand. ऐसा बड़ा मस्त matured cockroach अगर कहीं मिले तो हाथ में ले लो. Okay. अरे, unfortunately क्या मस्त. हाँ, who's this Siddiq? You raised your hand, but yeah, if you have held it, see if you hold it and if you crush it ना, it appears to be like कुरकुरे. पापड़, कुरकुरे कैसे होता है वो, ऐसा क्रंची वाला फीलिंग. अगर आपने कभी हाथ में लिया नहीं है तो आपको नहीं समझेगा. हाँ भूमि है ना, क्रंची होता है कि नहीं? Yes. That you have to now. You can't help it. Seriously, हाँ. If you hold the cockroach in your hand and if you crush it ना, literally वो कुरकुर वाला आवाज आता है उसमें से. What E? Seriously, you haven't held cockroaches. That's why you're saying E and she. Exactly, exactly. Hey, it is, you feel dirty, but what to do? Like if they're climbing somewhere na, exactly like kurkure na. I know that. I always hold it. नहीं, it would have been small. अगर छोटा है ना, वेल डेवलप मैच्योर्ड नहीं है ना, तो वो कुरकुरे वाला फीलिंग नहीं आएगा. Yeah, it has a crunchy layer. Yes, yes. Its internal body is soft and externally it would have a crunchy layer. So that crunch can be felt because of the presence of this chitin. Okay. तो ये जो chitin है ना, ये क्रंचीनेस देता है, एक क्या कहते हैं, सपोर्ट देता है, right? You stamped it. If it's on the ground, you can stamp it. If it is on the wall or if it comes on your shoulder, what would you do? तुम्हारे शोल्डर पे है तो कैसे स्टैम्प करोगे? ऐसे ही निकाल के क्रंच करके फेंकना पड़ेगा ना. हाँ, ब्रूम एंड ऑल ओके, बट इफ इट इज ऑन योर शोल्डर, इफ इट इज ऑन योर नेक, व्हाट यू वुड डू? कैसे तो हुआ ना. नहीं नहीं रे बेटा, कुरकुरे में काइटिन नहीं होता है. दैट क्रिस्पीनेस इज बिकॉज ऑफ डिफरेंट इंग्रेडिएंट्स, बट yeah, run away. No, but it has happened, like, you know, especially if you go out somewhere like in Mahabaleshwar and all na, there are many insects and these cockroaches are so very much like famous. इधर उधर उड़ते रहते हैं, इधर इधर आके बैठते रहते हैं, पकड़ के मारना ही पड़ता है. Eeks, lizard had jumped. Oh my god, don't tell me that. That is the only thing which would be the last thing that I can tolerate. बाकी तो चलता है, बाकी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं. या चाइनीज ईट इट, चाइनीज ईट इट. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, Chinese do eat it. They relish it. They have got cockroach pickle. They make cockroach pickle and they eat it. हाँ, seriously, I'm not joking. Seriously, they eat rat. वो cockroach का pickle खाते हैं वो. Rat का baby, हाँ वो तो ठीक है, वो तो भाग जाता है अपने आप से. Who would love to try? अरे बाप रे, खाओ खाओ. You get it in China. They eat everything. They eat everything and anything. So you know now, you have heard about the stories of bat and rat also. नहीं, वो तो क्या अभी ऑनलाइन चल रहा है इसलिए, अदरवाइज तो ऑफलाइन ही चलता था ना. या दे ईट एवरीथिंग. यस ना, दे ईट एवरीथिंग, आई नो. Anyway, so if you go to, you know, like outside India and all na, they eat all these different stuff, snakes, rabbits. It's eaten over here also, rabbits and all, people eat it. Anyway, so that is your chitin. Some people call it as chitin. Whatever you're comfortable at, you can call it whatever you want to. I don't have any problem with that. है ना? Yes. So then that is going to be your fungal cell wall, okay? Bacterial cell wall and blue-green cell wall. Blue-green algae cell wall is made up of peptidoglycan, which we have studied just now. Numerous threads like fibrils are found in the wall. So the cell wall of plant is going to have number of fine threads, okay? When we look under the microscope. One fibril, now please understand this, my dears. I know this might seem a bit type of, confusion, but don't get confused. Look at it and understand it very perfectly. Just understand my, the way I'm going to put forward, okay? Pay full attention to whatever I'm going to say. then there won't be any confusion. Fine. See, what are they saying? What are they saying? See, beta. Numerous threads like fibrils are found in the cell wall of plant cell. ठीक है, तो इसका मतलब क्या हो गया? एक सेल वॉल है, उसको जब हमने माइक्रोस्कोप के नीचे ऑब्जर्व किया, what did we see? We saw many thread-like structures which are called as fibrils. Fine. Now see, one fibril is going to be formed of 250 microfibrils. So when I zoomed that one fibril, what I could see? I could see one fibril is made up of around 250 microfibrils. Okay, so cell wall made up of fibrils. Each fibril made up of 250 microfibrils. Idhar tak clear? Both points are okay with this, right? Look at the next one. Each microfibril is formed of about 20 to 22 furthermore microfibril like structures which are called as micelle or elementary fibril. तो मैंने क्या किया, एक माइक्रोफाइब्रिल को जब मैंने जूम किया ना बेटा, तो आई सॉ 20 से 22, 20 से 22, 20 to 22 number of still smaller structures called as elementary microfibril, or it would be called as micelle. Is it okay? Got this? So one more time, huh? Pay attention, okay? Cell wall, zoom it. You see many fibrils. Zoom one fibril, 250 microfibrils. Zoom one microfibril, 20 to 22 micelles, yeah, elementary fibrils. Okay, got this? Swara, your hand is raised, but I want to say something. You can put it in the chat box. No, it's called as elementary fibril. Elementary है ना, इसीलिए it's elementary fibril और micelle, इसलिए मैं ना micelle ये word पे थोड़ा focus कर रही हूँ. ठीक है, got it? Now see, now see. So I'll go it उल्टा, हाँ, I'll go उल्टा, हाँ. See, 20-22 micelle इकट्ठा आ गए, and they made what? They made one microfibril. 250 microfibrils came together to form one fibril. Many such fibrils came together to form the cell wall. ठीक है, up and down, down and up, दोनों ways से समझा? No issues, but I thought you wanted to say something. Okay, so you understood this? Anyone having any confusion till here? One more time. Cell wall, zoom it. Many fibrils. Take one fibril, zoom it. 250 microfibrils. Take one microfibril, zoom it. Micelle. Okay? Yes. Top, bottom and bottom to top. Yes. Got it ना बेटा? समझ में आ रहा है ना? इधर तक का तो समझा ना? हाँ. Now that calculation we all do. Yes, बच्चा. हाँ. This is of plant. Yes. This is of plant that we're talking about, right? Yes. Cell wall of plant, right? Now see. I'm coming to the molecular level. Now look at it. One micelle is formed of around 100 chains of cellulose molecule. What we have known in our lower standards till our school section, हमें क्या पता होता है? Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall is made up of cellulose. Agreed. But when 1,000 cellulose molecules would come together, they would form one micelle. When 20 to 22 micelles would come together, they would form one microfibril. When 250 microfibrils used to come together, they will make one fibril. Such several fibrils will come together. They will form the cell wall. So now this is 11th standard. So we have to go a bit deeper into that particular content, right? So yeah, so my dear, cell wall is made up of what? Cell wall is made up of cellulose only. But cellulose के aggregations, कितने molecules of cellulose के aggregation है? See, 100 chains of cellulose molecule. And see what are they saying? The next point, approximately 3,000 chains of glucose molecules are found in one molecule of cellulose. Look at the complexity. Look at the complexity. 3,000 chains of glucose molecules. So C6H12O6, 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 ऐसे 3000 ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल की जो एक चेन होती है ना बेटा, वैसे 3000 ग्लूकोज मॉलिक्यूल्स की एक चेन बनेगी, तो दैट इज वन सेल्यूलोज मॉलिक्यूल. Oh my god, a bit too much, but interesting, right? So now थोड़ा सा उल्टा जाते हैं. Yes, Neha, very nice, bacha, very nice, very good. So see, my dears, how now we are going to talk like this, 3000 glucose molecules is equal to one cellulose molecule. Correct? Correct? 100 cellulose molecules is equal to one micelle. 20 to 22 micelles, one microfibril. 250 microfibrils, one fibril. Several fibrils, cell wall. ठीक है? ठीक है? कुछ पल्ले पड़ा कि ऊपर गया सब यार? कुछ ध्यान में गया है? सिर के अंदर गया है कुछ? हाँ? This is very important because this is a very common question that they ask, bacha. So you should be very perfect with what is the micelle, what is the microfibril, how many cellulose molecules would make one micelle, how many glucose molecules will make up one cellulose chain. Yes, my dear, exactly. So basically it's glucose only which is going to combine together to form cellulose. Cellulose will then combine to form your micelle. Micelle will combine to form your microfibril. Microfibril will combine to form your fibril, and fibrils will combine to form your wall. Okay? No, 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 no. It is not, because it is going to be having certain proteins also in it. It is going to have some other components also in it. What are those? I'll tell you. But as of now, ये वाला first part समझा cell wall का सबको. Anyone who has not understood anything, my dears? Anyone having any difficulty? I don't mind explaining it again and again. But I want you all to answer this question whenever I ask you, हाँ? Okay? So Chetar, shortcut में तुम्हें चाहिए ना तो लिख के ले लो बेटा. You can write it down. No, 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 this content is not there in the book, but many times questions have been asked. So as I said, that when I'll teach you, I'll teach you everything in detail. Okay, you don't have to worry only. Now you need not refer any specific books to get this content. क्या है, मैंने आपको ready-made दे दिया है. What is the fibril? Fibril is made up of 250 microfibril. Okay. Yeah. How can they ask me? They do ask. They do ask. Yeah, last point I have not yet discussed, Bacha. I have not yet discussed the last point. I'll come to it. But before that, I just want to know if anyone is having any doubt with this orientation. Clear? Sure. Of course, of course. Now look at the last point. Matrix is found between the microfibrils. This matrix is a gel-like substance in which pectin, lignin, protein, and so all, like many such things will be found. So what is going to happen now? These fibrils are loose, right? So if they are loose, they will fall down. तो इनको चिपका के रखना पड़ता है कि नहीं? इनको एक दूसरे के साथ चिपकाना पड़ेगा. Then only they will form that framework, right? So to join them, to connect them, what all things will be required? It will require a matrix, right? And this matrix will be containing what all things? It will contain pectin, it will contain lignin, okay? It will also contain some amount of protein. BGA is blue-green algae. BGA is blue-green algae. There are several layers of cell wall. Yes. They are multi-layered thick component. Okay. Got it ना? हाँ, बूंदी का लड्डू. Yes. Matrix बोलेंगे तो बूंदी का लड्डू याद आता है ना अपने को. Exactly. वैसे ही वो हर एक बूंदी को चिपका के एक लड्डू के फॉर्म में बनाने के लिए you require the sugar syrup ना. In the same way, you're also to maintain the wall का structure and orientation of the fibrils which are otherwise loose, you require a matrix. And predominantly the matrix is going to be made up of pectin. Now what is this pectin? Okay. Now see, for example, have you ever seen rotten fruits? Mangoes, come on. कभी कभी वो पचक जाता है, देखो मैंगो ब्लैक होता है, ब्राउन होता है, पचक जाता है, देखा है आपने, है ना, ऐसे ब्लैकिश हो जाता है, एंड व्हेन यू टच इट ना, हाँ वैसे एकदम से पचक जाएगा, आपका उंगली अंदर चला जाता है उसमें। Why does this happen? You know why does this happen? It happens because the pectin of that cell wall gets degraded. अब pectin is the gelling material, pectin is the fevicol of it, you can say, है ना, gluing material है वो उसका। अब ये gluing material ही degrade हो गया, what would happen? Obviously वो जो wall है वो पचक जाएगा। So who destroys this pectin? So the enzyme called as pectinase is also going to be produced in ripe fruit, and over ripening is because of this pectinase formation, which itself will destroy its pectin. ओके तो ये जो पेक्टिन है ना बेटा, ये एक्चुअली ग्लू है, ये एक्चुअली वो पकड़ के रखो वाला मजबूत जोर है, जो कभी मतलब पकड़ के रखो टूटना नहीं चाहिए वाला फेनोमेना। ओके so that is going to be also present in your cell wall of the plant. Ambuja cement, yes. Yes, it becomes very slimy, I know. Yes, right? So you understood this entire slide, whatever is there in front of you right now. It's because of ripening effect, beta. There's a hormone called as ethylene, which is causing this to happen. So the plant itself is going to produce ethylene when it gets ripened. Lignin, I'll tell you, my dear. Lignin, I'll tell you. What is lignin, I'll tell you. Not now. In the secondary cell wall formation, I'll tell you what is lignin. Okay? Huh. Yes, Darshanita, you're right, beta. You're right. But glucose won't remain as glucose. Glucose will get converted into cellulose. Now, there is a small difference between glucose and cellulose. There is a different type of bonding that will be present for making glucose into cellulose, which you will be studying in the chapter of biomolecules. There is a chapter called as biomolecules wherein you will learn about it. Okay? Well, next one, formation. How does it take place? So, the cell wall formation begins at late anaphase and continues through the telophase. Okay? Yeah, cellulose is therefore hard to digest. You're right, my dear Bhumi. Very right. Very right. Now, when does it form? See, during the cell cycle time, we have got 4 phases. Okay? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase. Okay? Prophase में the chromosomes will start condensation. Metaphase में the chromosomes will lie at the center or the equator of the cell. Okay? Anaphase में there will be tug of war. Tug of war समझते हो ना? खेले हो कभी बचपन में? तुम लोग अभी भी छोटे ही हो, बचपन की क्या बात कर रहे हो, हमारे लिए बचपन है ना? But you might have played when you were in KG sections and all, especially. अभी तो नहीं खेलते हो, I know this. So in that tug of war, what happens, beta? That both will try to, both the groups will try to pull each other. Correct? Exactly. So like this way, na, the chromosomes will be pulled towards the 2 poles, right? And at the 2 poles, now they will again undergo recondensation of the chromosomes. They'll again become thin and so on, which I'll be teaching you in detail in the chapter of cell cycle. Okay? Yes. Huh. Audio problem? Is there any audio problem? No, na? I'm audible to you, all of you. Bacha, please check your connection. Yeah, I'm audible now. Maybe there is some net error in your area, beta. है ना? Check. Otherwise, don't worry. You will get the recording also. Okay, if you request. Okay. So here, what is going to happen? Here, there are the cell will divide into 2 parts, right? So the parent cell will divide into 2 daughter cells. Fine. And during this division of the 2 daughter cells, these are the phases that the cell undergoes. So this particular cell wall formation will begin after, almost completion of anaphase, and it would end by telophase, continue through the telophase. Okay, that is what they are saying when the cell wall formation initiates in the plant. It is like that. Okay. The cell plate, which is formed from vesicles of Golgi complex, becomes aligned at the equatorial plane and forms the intercellular layer or middle lamella. Now, please understand this point again. I know this is the same sentence that is printed in your books also, but formation of what? Formation of cell wall. We're talking about formation of cell wall, my dear. The cell plate, what is cell plate? What is Golgi? I'll tell you that. See, what happens? These Golgi complexes are going to secrete, they are going to secrete some material, okay, which is made up of calcium pectate or magnesium pectate, okay. किसका क्या होता है वो वेसिकल मतलब छोटे छोटी पोटलियां, small bulb like structures, okay. So this Golgi complex is going to make this small bulb like structures, and in that portly, in that bulb like structure, they are going to fill what? Calcium pectate या फिर magnesium pectate, ठीक है. Now these vesicles will come and they will align at that particular middle of the cell, which is dividing, which is into telophase. So telophase may half chromosomes went to the north pole, half chromosomes came to the south pole. Correct? Correct? And now what is going to happen? Now in the center of that particular cell wall, these vesicles will go and align like this way. ऐसे जैसे मेरी अभी उंगलियां मैंने बनाई है ना, वैसे ये छोटे 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 वेसिकल्स है ना, ऐड होते जाते हैं. बट दे ऐड यू नो हाउ, फ्रॉम द सेंटर टू द पेरिफेरी. So two will come to the center, next two will join them, next two will join them, next two will join them करके from the center to the periphery एक लंबी माला बन जाएगी. एक लंबी माला बन जाएगी. किसकी माला बन जाएगी? गोल्गी के वेसिकल्स की माला बन जाएगी. समझ में आ रही है बात? गोल्गी ने जो कैल्शियम पेक्टेट या मैग्नीशियम पेक्टेट डाल के जो वेसिकल्स बनाए हैं ना, उनकी एक चेन बन जाएंगी. They'll form a long chain. Okay, right? Now what will happen next? You know, these vesicles will fuse together. All these vesicles will fuse together. When they fuse together, what would happen? Their contents would mix or not? Correct? So their contents would mix. What are their contents? What is going to be present in that? कैल्शियम पेक्टेट या मैग्नीशियम पेक्टेट उनके अंदर है, राइट. तो इमेजिन कर लो कि सारा कैल्शियम पेक्टेट मैग्नीशियम पेक्टेट के वेसिकल्स अभी मर्ज हो गए हैं, एंड दैट एंटायर यू नो things have come together in a tube like structure. Now because they have merged, they have formed a tube like structure, right? This tube like structure is going to be called as cell plate. What we call it as? Cell plate. Got this? Got this? So now read this sentence, my dears. Yes, they harden. Yes, but they harden. Okay. So see, the cell plate, which is formed from vesicles of the Golgi complex, becomes aligned at the equatorial plane and forms intercellular layer of the middle lamella. तो ये जो भी पार्टीशन आ गया ना दोनों में, ये एक सेल के बीच में अभी जो पार्टीशन आ गया है ना, that partition would be called as what, my dears? Middle lamella. Okay, and once that partition comes, one cell will be one daughter cell, another cell will be another daughter cell. So there will be two daughter cells that are going to be formed. Got it? Got this? How the cell plate formation takes place. Now two cells have been formed. Two new cells have been formed. Agreed? So what will happen next? Just after cell division, each daughter cell deposits other layer that constitutes the primary cell wall. When the cell has enlarged to its mature size, usually with the development of large vacuoles, the secondary cell wall appears with apposition of new materials on the primary cell wall. Okay, got it? Now I'll tell you what is this. समझाती हूँ, don't worry. What is your doubt, beta? So cell plate and middle lamella are the same. Yeah, cell plate is that liquid wala thing which has, you know, like generally merged together. Then it will solidify eventually, which will be now called as the middle lamella. Okay, fine. Well, now I'll show you that what is this primary cell wall, what is this secondary cell wall. ये सब क्या झमेला है वो बताती हूँ. ठीक है. Just give me a minute to stop this share, and I'll share a whiteboard with you all. So you will come to know what I'm trying to tell you. हाँ, yes. Draw. ये देखो बेटा, ये है ना अपना, this is going to be our parent cell. Okay, this is our parent cell. Now what happens in this parent cell? What will happen? Of course, here there is going to be, like a nucleus. I'm not drawing very much, too much details नहीं करा रही हूँ मैं अभी फिलहाल के लिए. Otherwise it will be, like, suppose this is going to be the nucleus. Suppose, एकदम rough, random. Okay. So this is a plant cell that I have drawn. Okay. This is a plant cell that I have drawn, which is containing what? One nucleus. Right. Now during cell division, what would happen? During cell division, eventually this cell will get elongated, right? And as I said, that it will be now divided into two. It has to, like now divided into two. So now one nucleus comes over here, the other nucleus comes over here. Okay. Then I said that the vesicles will come and they will settle at the center to the periphery. Then they will form something called as your cell plate, which will eventually form what, beta? It will eventually form your, what it will eventually form? So eventually it is going to form this middle lamella. Can you see the middle lamella in red now? Correct? Correct? Now the problem is, my dears, if you can see this cell, this upper cell has got 1, 2, 3 sides green in color, while one side is red in color. Similarly, 1, 2, and 3 sides green in color, but the upper side is red in color. That means this green color is going to be the cell wall. So these two cells, both the cells are lacking cell wall in one area. Right now, there is no cell wall in that area. Na? It's only the middle lamella that is going to be present. Can you see the cell wall over there? Can you see that green line anywhere over there? No, na. That means what will happen? Each cell will have to contribute a primary cell wall on that part which does not have the cell wall. Correct? Got it? So now what will it do? It is going to now make a cell wall which is going to contain what? 3000 glucose molecules to form 100 micelles. These will come together 20 to 22 to form microfibrils. 250 microfibrils will come together to form fibrils, which will now get a jelly-like substance, that is the matrix, which will contain pectin and protein. Is it okay? And when all these things would be ready, then there will be formation of something like this. So this cell has successfully made a wall. Similarly, look at this. Even this cell is going to be successfully making a wall. Can you see this green color ke walls now? This green color ka wall will be called as primary cell wall. कुछ पल्ले पड़ा है ना? It will be called as primary cell wall. So what is primary cell wall made up of, beta? Primary cell wall is made up of cellulose and pectin along with some protein. Is it okay? The second sentence that they said was the secondary cell wall is going to be, made inside the primary cell wall by the process of apposition. So what is apposition? Deposition के opposite है apposition. Deposit होना मतलब बाहर से अंदर आना और apposition मतलब अंदर से बाहर जाना. So when you deposit something, what are you going to do? You're going to place, suppose you might have done some craft का कुछ भी चीज बनाया होगा. तो एक पेपर है, उसके ऊपर आपको दूसरा पेपर चिपकाना है, उसके ऊपर तीसरा चिपकाना है, तो यू आर डिपॉजिटिंग द लेयर्स ऑफ पेपर वन अपॉन ईच अदर, दैट इज डिपॉजिशन. Okay, and apposition means something will be made inside the frame, that is apposition. Okay, so they said secondary cell walls would be made up of what? Apposition means how it will be made. I'll show you. I'll tell you that how it is going to be made. So here you can see here. Array, I forgot to change that drawing wala part. See this. So this is going to be your apposition. Can you see? I have made a blue color ka box inside the green box. Can you all see this? Right? So this is your secondary wall. Similarly, even secondary wall can be made over here. Okay. Now this secondary wall is made up of what? This secondary wall will be made up of, it will be made up of cellulose, pectin, and lignin. It will be having lignin. Primary cell wall will never have lignin, beta. Only secondary cell wall will have lignin. Now, what is this lignin? Okay, lignin is a chemical which is one of the toughest chemical to destroy, to degrade. It gives rigidity, it gives mechanical support, it gives strength to every cell. Okay, so ऐसा एक मैंने secondary layer बनाया है, secondary wall बनाया, ऐसे है ना बेटा, मैं कितने भी secondary walls बना सकती हूँ. See now this is the second secondary wall which I have made. Okay, so S1 is secondary wall 1, S2 secondary wall 2. Can you all tell me where I am making these secondary walls? Am I making the secondary walls outside that primary wall, or am I making the secondary walls inside the primary wall? Where am I making it? Inside, na beta? Therefore, what is it going to be called as? Apposition. What it will be called as? Apposition. Got it? So here also can make one more secondary wall. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा. ये देखो बेटा, समझ में आ रही है बात? तो ऐसे है ना, S1, S2, S3 अंदर की तरफ बनते जाते हैं secondary wall. Fine? Got it? Yeah. So primary wall and secondary wall are the two types of walls that are going to be present in the plants. So plants have a cell wall. It is going to have primary cell wall. Within it, there could be S1, S2, S3, whatever. ठीक है ना? कुछ समझ में आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है? आ रहा है ना? Okay. So this is what I wanted to tell about the secondary wall beta. Yes, yes. Pectin will be present in both. Along with pectin, it will have lignin. Cellulose plus protein plus pectin is primary, and secondary by apposition, cellulose, pectin, lignin. Yes, it can be many there. Very good, Soham. Excellent, beta. It is perfectly correct. It is perfectly correct. Got it now? Can I stop this share? Okay, fine. So this is about your formation ka part. Then how is primary wall going to have the contents? How is the secondary wall going to have the content? I won't do it now. You're going to have again another class from 4, I guess, if I'm not wrong. So I'll stop for today. I won't harass you much more. So in the next class, we can go ahead with the next content. Okay, fine. Yes, but yeah, because I know, even you all are tired now, na? Okay, fine. No issues, my dears. See you all. I guess we've got a class on Friday, right? Yeah. So we can continue the topic on Friday. Bye bye. See you all.